Tabe has just released Arc 7 Chapter 104, and this video will be a summary of the chapter. Highly recommend you check out my Arc 7 Chapter 103 summary. Anyways, let's begin. Abel's eyes narrow at the sound of the words, "Great Disaster." Ublik, who revealed the information, smiles and doesn't reveal any more information. Ublik, who was a stargazer, held no emotion, as he previously spoke of disasters that would befall Wallachia. Abel asks if Ublik saw this premonition a long time ago, and Ublik said it wasn't like that. However, Abel said he will cut out Ublik's tongue because it seems like he's talking nonsense. Ublik, however, doesn't seem to really react or care. Selena knows that Ublik is the stargazer and asks Abel if he knows Ublik, to which Abel denies. Then Selena asks what exactly he is hiding underneath his ogre mask. Abel said that that wasn't really the time to be asking, nor is it really important. And Selena said that she could unmask Abel by force if needed. Abel then states that she shouldn't do it, and that's a warning. Ublik jumps in, telling them to calm down. Ublik states that he doesn't want to see one or both of them fall here. After all, it would be his fault for appearing. Selena states that Ublik is someone who follows the Emperor, meaning he is an enemy of Abel and Selena. Therefore, Ublik should be trying to kill them. Ublik says that he is unarmed, but Selena is indifferent to that answer. Ublik, however, states that they cannot hurt each other. Selena looked at Ublik, and although she was looking at Ublik, some feelings made it seem like he wasn't actually there. By the way, just in case, my interpretation is that, like, Ublik is there physically, but, like, you know, like when certain characters just go a bit weird emotionally? Sort of like that, you know, like when Subaru gets possessed by Beetlejuice. You know, his demeanor, his atmosphere sort of changes. I'm assuming that's what they're going for here with Ublik. Anyways, Ublik was someone who incurred the wrath of many people, but he always survived, almost as if he was guided by the will of the stars. Hearing these words from Ublik, Selena braces herself. It's true that Ublik had been there from the start, never dying, almost as if he was under the protection of the stars themselves, from the observers who taunt the world. Abel excelled. Abel's personal feelings for Ublik and other stargazers are trivial. What is important was that Ublik appeared before Abel. Ublik then asks Abel if he's going to step back onto the stage now that he's gotten off the stage. Abel corrects Ublik by stating that he never once got off the stage. Abel understood the time was near, hence that's the reason why Ublik appeared, and Ublik confirmed it. With the plan set in motion, Abel turns to Selena and entrusts her with the task only she can complete. The scene changes. The shadows run across the cold ground as an enemy looms. The dragon's head was hit by the boy known as Cecilus Sigmund. Emilia watches Cecilus move. He's moving so fast that Emilia can barely keep track of him as he fights Mezeoria. By the way, apparently some people are saying that Madeline is currently controlling Mezeoria, which is the reason why Mezeoria is saying that you're going against the dragon. Because remember, Madeline can control the flying dragons. So the idea is because Mezeoria has dementia, Madeline got knocked out and is somehow possessing Mezeoria. Anyways, Cecilus easily dodges Mezeoria's attacks. Cecilus then jumps onto Mezeoria's tail and runs onto Mezeoria's back, hits Mezeoria in the back, causing Mezeoria to hit the floor. Emilia goes in to attack Mezeoria with an ice block, but Cecilus poked Emilia in the nose and states that since he came to save her, she needs to watch him and pray for his victory. After all, that's what a princess does. Emilia says that she isn't a princess, but Cecilus says that it's a figure of speech, but that she should fall in love with the man who saved her. Emilia said that she already knows who she's going to like. Cecilus says, "Oh really?" Then continue. Emilia drops an ice block on Mezeoria, which then recoils in pain. Cecilus picks up Emilia and runs. A second later, where Emilia stood, destruction rang out. Cecilus just saved Emilia's life. Cecilus then asks Emilia to invite him to her wedding. Emilia creates an ice sword for Cecilus, who seemingly can handle the coldness of her weapons. Emilia also notes that Priscilla was able to use her ice weapons despite them being extremely cold. Cecilus responds to Emilia saying that he can compensate with his own style, saying he does the same with his boss. Emilia, hearing Cecilus use these unfamiliar words, it reminds her of Subaru. Emilia then asks if Cecilus learned those words from Subaru. Cecilus says that he learned the words but from the boss, and the boss was not called Subaru. Of course, by the way, the boss is Subaru, but Subaru goes by the name of Natsuki Schwartz. Cecilus then asks for Emilia's name, and Emilia says that her name is Emilia, then corrects her name to Emily. Cecilus understands that Emilia is keeping her name a secret and states that Emily has something to do, as he points off into the distance. Cecilus then darts forward to attack Mezeoria. The ice block of Mezeoria shattered and Cecilus went into attack. Mezeoria lashed out, but Emilia hit Mezeoria in the nose with an ice spear, allowing Cecilus to jump up. Cecilus jumps up and tells Emilia to not blink. Emilia watches Cecilus jump and attack Mezeoria, noting that Cecilus's power is beyond comprehension, and that eventually he may even be as strong as Reed Astria from the Pleiades Watchtower. Emilia, however, states to not be as mean as Reed Astria. Emilia runs to a point away from the battlefield, and tries to wake up the unconscious Madeline, and tells her to convince Mezeoria to stop attacking, and with that, the chapter ends. So the chapter is complete. By the way, the title has part 1 in it. That's not me, that's what Tape actually did. He actually wrote part 1 himself, so that's not me like chopping the chapter into 2 videos or anything. So it seems like Madeline is most likely gonna snap out of it and wake up, and that will cause Mezeoria to go back to normal, assuming Mezeoria is being controlled by Madeline. We also have more talk about the observers. So again, it does sort of seem like the observers are sort of controlling everything that's happening. And Ublik is of course sort of like not a vessel, but just sort of like a pawn of the observers. And most people are speculating that the great disaster is going to happen very soon, which is going to be the ending of the arc.